thanks for staying with us. The Nigerian Customs Service has smashed a syndicate that specializes in smuggling into the country expired meat through the airport. Also on Customs report, Seme Command also smashed another syndicate that specializes in smuggling into the country expired products used in manufacturing of Maggi in the country. Plus, more report. I am Egeseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Muritala Mohammed Airport has intercepted expired meat imported into the country by an importer. The customs boss also warned importers against the importation of expired meats into the country. She speaks more on the number of seizures.
Meats that were imported from South Africa. It's very unfortunate because this meat, they're all expired. Some of them were supposed to expire 2009. You can imagine the havoc they're going to cause to the citizens. We remember about 2 weeks ago, there was an outbreak of listeriosis, ST6 strain in South Africa. And other countries were warned not to buy South African meats because of the outbreak of listeriosis. Right now, besides the outbreak of listeriosis, you can see that these meats are all expired. 2009, if you look at the best before 2009, and people went to South Africa to bring this meat in for Nigerians to consume. It's very unfortunate. I'm going to liaise with my colleague in the federal operation, the controller federal operation. They're going to assist me in destroying all this. We have 108 cartons of this. We have enough beef in Nigeria. I see no reason why we should go outside this country and begin to import meats that are harmful to us. We have enough beef. We are not having mad cow diseases in Nigeria. We have enough beef. And they're not just bringing in beef, they're bringing in expired products into the country. This is so bad. My colleagues should be on the lookout for things like this. They should be very proactive and make sure that every loophole is closed. We're very happy to have a CG like we have today, Colonel Hamid Ali, because he's a compliant CG. He doesn't tolerate things like this. And he's giving us a mandate to go out and make sure that we block all the loopholes and things like this do not come in. Unfortunately, we tried to get the importer, and the address that was given was an office at the airport. And my enforcement officers went to the office with the intention of arresting somebody, and there was no office there. An office like that does not even exist. There's no address. Because my officers apprehended this cargo when they were, when the things come out from the aircraft at the tarmac. We have people who pull those things to where they're meant to be. And that was where it was apprehended, at the tarmac. And it was in the night. So the eagle eyes of my officers, and I commend them for that. Here we have also the part of the military hardware. We have a police cardigan that was imported into the country. You can see the 2 pallets here are all police cardigan. But they've been here, and nobody has turned up with an end user to claim it. So, for right now, they are seized until the police comes up to say they actually imported the items. You can't bring in a police cardigan and just leave them in a command in a warehouse for this long without coming over with an end user to claim it. If it actually belongs to the police force, I see no reason why it should be kept here for this long.
What will the customs here at the airport be doing right now with this concern?
We'll move them to the warehouse and then we keep it there, pending when they come over, if it actually belongs to the police.
Where did they come from?
They came in from India. They were imported into the country from India. Here we have all handcuffs. This is what was imported in. Handcuffs by individuals, not even agencies that are allowed to bring this in. The whole of this are handcuffs. Here you also have the military hardware, the ankle, the bulletproof vests. Even over there we have the bulletproof vest as well. You can see the large quantity of handcuffs that individuals bring into the country.
But these handcuffs, are they supposed to be brought in by individuals or by government?
They're supposed to be brought in by government, not individuals. All here are all bulletproof vests. You can see, imported by private individuals as well. They are not meant to bring it in. It's meant to be imported by any of the armed forces, the military, the Air Force, or the Navy. They have the authority to bring this in. And even then, if the military brings it in, any arm of the service, they need an end user certificate. But this was brought in by a private individual.
So the remain says right now?
Yeah, the remain says.
So what message do you have for these sort of individuals?
They should stop this because this doesn't go well with our security. We're trying to protect the country from criminals, from individuals who would use this to perpetrate havoc in the country. So they should desist from importing these items in the country because we'll be on the lookout for them. As they continue to bring it in, we'll also continue to seize them from them.
The controller in charge of semi-importer has again impounded expired product used in manufacturing of Maggi. The area controller said that Nigerian Customs Service will continue to arrest and prosecute anybody that brings in consignment into the country without proper approval.
It's not only fake, it's being expired. Expired almost 6 years ago. You can see the label here. You can see expiring date here, 2012. And they are going to use to make this. Now, I'm sorry I've already given you the answer. Otherwise, if I say you should choose which one is the original, you may end up choosing this one. Okay, let me test you again. This is Marlboro. Which one is original among these two?
The one on your right looks original.
This one original. This fake one. This is the original. That's why people have to be very careful when they are buying things. They should look at the expiring date. And they should look at how the packaging is. As I said in the warehouse, to God who made me, if you see 100 bags of rice, you hardly see 5 of these bags that have expiring or manufacturing date. The beauty of the bags will attract you, but the content is another problem. So that's why I say, don't mind the body, mind the engine. Don't mind the beauty of the bags. Mind what is inside the bag. Some of these rice are polished rice. You know how coconut oil is very, very expensive. It's just like this anthros. If you have iron that has rust, use that anthros as ready to turn to new. That's exactly what coconut oil did to expired rice. Try and experiment it and see. Then you come and tell me. Polish it, dry it, repackage it. That's what people are doing. So if this rice is coming from Europe without expiring date or manufacturing date, so all you go knows when it was being packaged. Then what's part of it? I have a friend in Benin here. He was telling somebody, please let this carry this Nigerian rice go. I was asking him, AZ, because we call him AZ. I said, AZ, you mean you don't eat this one? He said, no, for Benin, me eat this one? This is for Nigeria. I was ashamed. For Benin man telling me that this one is for Nigeria, not for him. I said, okay, we went to his house. He brought a food for me, a rice and salad. I swear to my holy God, that rice, I can only compare it to be like KB rice. So I urge my people to use KB rice or Abakaliki rice. In general, let them use our local rice so that they will not say I'm advertising for KB or another state. No, let us use our own local rice. To God who made me, most of this rice coming to this country, well, I cannot say poison, but I know it's expired. The one we buried last week, 2,800 bags. I want to repeat, people should not think that we are extravagant doing this and that. People are hungry, we are burying rice. No. Before you bury that rice, I took sample, I gave NAFDAC. The NAFDAC say it's not even good for animal consumption, talk less of human consumption. Then I have permission from headquarters because I can't do anything on my own. My CGR report weekly is there. monthly is there. Directive, do this, I do. If they say I should bury all the rice here, I'll do it. If they say I should send it to IDP, I'll select the best one because I know they are going to human beings. I'll select the best one and give them the exact number of the one I assume to be the best. Then we send it down. So Nigerians will have to be very careful. The drugs. Imagine this. 2012 expired, and it's coming to my country to make this and sell it in the market. That's why you see a lot. Sometimes you see somebody working, you just slum and die. You don't even know what you're eating. All this chemicalized food we're using. Go to the village. An old man that will go to a backyard and take fresh leaves and make soup. He's stronger than you. He's take fresh air, not chemicalized air here in the city. Be healthier than you. He will go to the farm. Look at you now. If you take I'm just been like this. 30 minutes. You don't begin to say, why Allah. But to go who made me an old man of 80 years, a farmer, you go to the village and see what he will do a day. When you look at it, you start asking yourself, what is all this? He's older than me and he's stronger than me. This man is not taking chemicalized air. He's taking a fresh air. If you want to cook, he take a fresh food, not a chemicalized food. You go to the eatery place and see common rice as colored. Drinks you take, colored. This man, fresh water, well water, he look at it, very clean, he take it healthy. So, buying food now, one has to be very careful. Very, very careful, especially this rice. I still want to urge Nigerians to forget about this foreign rice. Please, let's go back to our own local rice. Somebody say, it's not enough to, I say, no, one day it will be enough. Let's tax. If you tax small, you get to the target. If you are taking 100%, you have 60%. God, time will come that will reach 80, 90. Then a time will come that it will be even too much for you. You may end up exporting it out of your country. Instead, we are using our money, our foreign exchange, to import this. And these people who are doing it, God is there. Thank you.
Yes, lastly, we also want to talk about your revenue.
Yes.
We know definitely
Yes.
virtually all the commands in the
Yes.
country
Yes.
we have been talking about the revenue in the last 3 months.
Yes.
What is the position of SEME?
The position of SEME in terms of revenue, let me tell you, I will tell you that we are trying our best. We block all the leakages. You see, most of the items that will fetch revenue for us here have been banned or has a government regulation. Like I can say used vehicles. There's a government regulation on this used vehicle. Now, tomato, where we are getting a lot of revenue, there's a regulation for it. It is not allowed to come through the border. And then you talk of rice before they pay duty here, no more rice. So the small item we have, because my officers now are ready to work, no compromise. I told you yesterday, I wanted to show you that figure of this aluminum copper. My officer was offered 5 million naira in the night to allow that thing to go. He said no, over his dead body. It's there. That thing was over 20 to 50 million aluminum copper. Instead for him to come down and pay duty, he decided to follow backyard. He was arrested there. I will show you that one. So you see, my officers now, they don't compromise. If you want, I will go to Benin now and buy 2 bags of rice and give you. If you get to Tollgate without my officer dropping it, then I'll give you 1 million naira. To show you how our officers are now ready to work. Why? Because we have a leader who is uncorruptible man and who is ready to fight for your rights. That's why you see now, wherever you go, you have respect. I don't compromise with anybody. Since I come here, there's no name they didn't know call me. They say I be Netanyahu. They say I be, what do you call it, Buhari or Seme. Mr. Do the right thing. A lot of different names. That one does not stop me from doing. Look at what I achieved. You have seen my warehouse there. Every day. And I sit down and joke with my officers. I told them, put the job first. Forget about compromise. What is he giving you? How much is he giving you? Somebody carrying something of 20 million, he come and give you a small amount of money, then he say, forget that one. Bring that situation to me. Bring it to me. That's why when you come to Parade, you see how I give them certificate. Some of them are busting. Okay, I want to snap a picture with you. Some are displaying their recommendation letter, even in the Facebook, to show the other people what they're doing. So I assure you, the compliance here, 80%. When I first came here, I came here March 23rd. The first revenue I saw, the highest revenue I saw for January last year is 200 plus. Now look at it there, it's 546 million. February, 532 million. March, we have gone down because we have some public holiday and this China, something that we're talking about. Still, we're able to make 417 million. I assure you this month, I'm going to, that gap, I'm going to add it to make it at least have performance of 80 to 85% every month. And I assure my CG that I will never ever compromise. As he sent me here, I will never ever in my life compromise with anything that is bad. You can call me different name, anything. The stakeholders here, actually, they're very cooperative with me here. If they see something illegal, they used to sometimes give me intelligent report about it. They sanitize their officers, their people, to do the right things. If they need any assistance from me, they normally come to me and say, sir, please, this is how we see this thing to maintain peace. Please allow us. Well, we have a, benchmark and whatever given by the headquarters. We have to follow what I cannot go contrary to what I was sent here. But like maybe you make arrest or something that is very minimal, which you can overlook. You can use your power. Say, okay, well, this thing is just minor. You can give him warning. Like one small boy that we arrested with the car is there, but that boy, when I look at him, he's innocent. He doesn't even know, because the real carrier, whom they pay the money, just say, please, hold this key for me. He went down and say, okay, because he knows that the officer at the that checkpoint is his friend. Please, I forgot my something. Come and meet me at Sultan Beach, so that he beat that place. He cannot beat, because being a friend doesn't mean that you come with something, I'll leave you. So they arrested that boy. He sat down and told me the whole story. Innocently, he was used. So I sat down with my legal advisor. What do we do about this? If you jail this boy, he's not up to 15 years. He don't even have driving license. He's not even supposed to even drive a car. He said, Oga, low, I don't know how she put it. So we said, okay, let's seize the vehicle and give the boy on bail. We are not releasing him to go free. He's now on bail.
You are watching the program Customs Report. We now bring you some of the seizures made by some commands in the Western Zone. Stay tuned.
Surveillance, patrol, information that are being circulated to the officers and men of Ogun Area Command is yielding result for the command. Last week alone, we have a total seizure of over 1,900 bags of rice, valued at 21,593,000 naira, with a special device by smugglers. An empty container been loaded with rice along Lagos Ijebu-Ode Expressway. We intercepted it on information, and we discovered they are carrying about 600 bags of rice. Now the tactics and method are changing. Smugglers are changing, we are a step ahead of them. They have turned to using containers now to carry rice. We have intercepted this and we have gotten the rice. We have this rice, 1,963 bags, with 2 trucks as means of conveyance. Then we have cannabis, which is called popularly known as Indian hemp, that we are handing over to NDLEA. That one, they will determine the value. With a motorcycle that was loaded with this cannabis, and we were able to arrest it. We have 2 suspects in our custody. Very soon they will be charged to court. Another truck that is carrying 600 bags of rice, covered with a trampoline. We are receiving information and intelligence, and we are utilizing it. We are getting results. This kind of effort, officers and men of Ogun Area Command will now continue to do it. This is just the seizures for last week of Abeokuta axis of the command. We have more seizures done in Idiroko axis of the command. Each trailer carries about 600. So we are taking it to be 600 plus this loose one, that is where it came to 1,963 bags of 50 kg rice.
So where did your people get this rice from?
We have gotten them from different directions, but they are all related to the express along Lagos, Ikorodu, Ijebu-Ode axis. We got the first one. The second one, we got it around Shagam.
So do you have a rough estimate of how much this is worth?
No, I have said it. The estimate is 21,593,000 naira. That is the value for this rice. And the total value, including the 2 trucks value, is put at 37 million naira, the two. If you add it with the 21 plus the motorcycle of 18,000 naira, it will give you a total of 58,611,000 naira. That is the value of the total seizure, 58.611 million naira. There was no single resistance. One of them even jumped out of the vehicle and run into the bush, and leaving us just with the second person in the vehicle. That is our dependent. He will help us locate the actual driver. Then we will now, investigation will go on so that we get the actual owner of the rice or the actual smuggler of the rice. These are the cannabis we have seized. A total of 20 book size of the cannabis, and coconut size, there are 8 pieces. Then we have about half a sack of Indian hemp also intercepted. We are going to hand over these items to the commander, NDLEA Ogun State, on arrival. We have brought a letter to him to come forward and take over these items. Today, hopefully before close of the day, he will come over and take over this cannabis.
How much is it?
No, they don't. We don't give the value, but I think they will give us the value themselves, because this is a job that is statutory responsibility of NDLEA. When they come to take over, they will give us the estimate, not the customs.
The customs of the Federal Operation Unit Zone A has again intercepted vehicles worth millions of naira from smugglers. The customs area controller also says that goods from smugglers were also intercepted along the nation's routes, where consignment worth billions was also intercepted.
Federal Operation Zone A covers the 6 southwestern states. Part of the rice we seized were seized from Oyo State, Osun State. In the course of doing that, in fact, 8 trucks of such rice were intercepted at that site. The Oyo State Command did their best, and it looked like as if the smugglers were trying to be stronger than them. We got wind of the information, we quickly moved in, and we were able to assist them and bringing down these 8 trucks of rice from that end.
So now we have 16 vehicles. 6 out of these vehicles were taken in a Kamat. The other 10 were intercepted on various locations within the zone. The vehicles have been brought here for various reasons. Lack of custom documents, meaning no duty has been paid to the federal government. Others, they have violated the procedure. Like I told you, even if you have paid the money and you have not followed the guideline as stipulated by law, such goods will be liable to forfeiture. It is necessary, that's why we have help desk, various custom information. If you don't have any adequate information, go there in help desk. They will tell you, they will explain to you how to follow the due process so that you will not be caught and their goods will be arrested and forfeited to the federal government.
The cars with us paraded. The last time we came, one of the highest car then was going for like 40 million, 30 million, but we are seeing these ones going less than that. Are we now saying that people are beginning to follow the rules concerning payment of duties at the seaport?
They know too well that we have widened our scope of investigation, of patrols, and exchange of ideas and information. Wherever you think you are going to hide, you may not know that we are trailing you. By the time you reach your final bar, Instead of even doing confrontation along the road, we will make sure that the moment you reach there, we'll be there.
Just before the end of this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where expired meat was intercepted by Nigerian Customs Service at the airport. For me, Igeseme Etinye, thanks for watching.